This is John L Parrott, who was actually the founder of this community here in South Georgia. As you can see, he was born in 1838, pre-Civil War, passed away in 1920. He's credited with being very successful. Look at the size of the stone. Of course, he was the mayor of this town at one time, but this huge stone right here that you know, some wealthy, successful plantation owner, because he was born in 38. He was very successful after the Civil War. When he returned from his military engagements, he settled back on the family farm here in this community, and he had several mills and planing mills and cotton gins and a lot of farmland and businesses. He's the one that about a year before the railroad came through, he laid out this community here, this town. They named it after him. The railroad came through. He might have even been instrumental in getting the railroad to come through here. I don't know. But this is John Lawson Parrott. Mary Ann Parrott, born November the 8th, 1832, died January the 31st, 1910. I don't know for sure. This could be his sister, because I read something that he had a sister named Mary Ann. This is Maddie A. Whaley, wife of E.S. Pinkston, born August the 15th, 1867, died December the 9th. Looks like 1900. Probably, yeah, I like that work right there. Probably John's niece. Probably his niece. And this is a nephew of John, because he has the name Lawson. Lawson, son of L.M. and L.V. Jumper, born March 4th, 1876, died January the 4th, 1898. When the town was laid out, this cemetery, one of the first burials in the cemetery, probably. And this is probably his footstone that probably was sitting here originally. And this is probably his mother, which is probably John L's sister. I think this is Louisa. Is that Louisa V. Parrott? Wife of L.M. Jumper, born November 10th, 1844, died November the 11th, 1907. This is probably L.M. right here. April 23rd, 1846, March the 3rd, 1927. And this is probably L.M.'s second wife, Maddie Jumper Bridges. Now, I'm assuming this is second wife. I don't know for sure. She is very young. This could be a daughter. This might be a daughter. Let's look and see. Let's do some math here. Born in 1870. Yeah, this could be a daughter that married to a Bridges, because there's a Bridges family also in this cemetery and other places. This could be a daughter. It says wife and husband, matching stones. Question, big question. How are they related to JL? That's the big question right now. A lot of empty space right here. That could be other family members. So I'm going to go take a look at the other cemetery that was the original family cemetery. Let's see if I can go over and find that. It's located somewhere else. So this is the family cemetery, right on the side of a highway. Look how close it is to the pavement. 1, 2, 3, 4 foot from the pavement right there. It's rumored that there are people buried out there. I don't know if that's true, and I'm not going to even attempt. Well, I guess I can't open this gate. Let's look at the gate. Stewart Ironworks gate. cars. Look how close they are to the. So this is the original family. This is the original family cemetery right here. This is James Parrott. He was actually probably descendants of some parrots that came from France, probably around, I think, the end of 1700s, 1780s, probably 1790s. Comes a big truck. I can feel the ground vibrating right now when the truck went by. They left France, came to America, probably for political reasons. You know, there was a big revolution in France, the French Revolution, where they were cutting people's heads off. So maybe he was running for it. Notice that. What does it say? Life, truth. He came here to this part of the country, Georgia, around 1830s, I think, and bought a large tract of land. So he was successful farmer by 1830. Brought his wife. His wife's actually right here, Harriet. She passed away in 1888. Similar stone. Life, faith, life and faith. Let's go back and look at his. Might have misread that one. Harriet Parrott, born October 12, 1800, died October 15th, 1888. Right next is a daughter. This is one of the, he had 8 children. This is one of them right here. Harriet Parrott, born August 13th, 1840, died August the 15th, 1884. Similar stones, probably made by the same stonemasons. I don't see, you can see where it's been damaged before. They did work on this when they built the highway. Ooh, look at them trucks. When they widened this highway out, originally I'll try and talk over these cars. There was a rail line right over there. You know, a small 2-lane road. When they widened it out, they actually came this way. I was told by someone that there could be a rumor of some people buried underneath there. We don't know. See a lot of empty space right here where I'm standing. There's a son named Benjamin that died at age 18. He's probably buried in here somewhere. We don't know where. We assume he is. He's not in the other cemetery. This is probably Martha Parrott Whaley, probably a daughter. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta do some research on that. Y'all can research if you want to. A lot of information online about James Parrott and his son John L. From the time of 1836 to 1874, would put Martha into the age group of a child of his. The original house was actually about where those 3 trees are, right there. Around 1889, when the railroad came through, it was converted into a hotel. It was torn down probably a few years ago. I don't know if you can see the terrain out there, but several indentions in this grassy area here that I believe, personally I believe, and Robert and I both will agree to the same thing, that there are people laid to rest out here in these small indentions in unmarked graves. So this is the Parrott family cemetery. Look at that tree that used to be right there. Huge tree. Huge tree. I was told by someone, there's an indention right there. Another one over there. I was told by someone that when they were putting in a water line around here, they actually dug through a burial somewhere around here. So the state, when the state put the widened out the highway, they sort of took over this. It's actually probably, this might be state property right here. And they did everything they could to preserve as much of it as they could. And this is the family cemetery, and there's a lot of questions, always a lot of questions, as to was the house that was over there really the original house or not. I believe it was. I don't know for sure. It was probably taken down in the 70s. So John L. Parrott, I don't know, you can go on the internet and look. He had no children, so when he passed away, he left in his will, and someone told me this, someone actually saw his will in the courthouse. He left everything to his favorite nieces, and those were the other names that I were looking at we saw in the back of the cemetery. Those were the relatives of his nieces, and some of those are still alive today. He had several of them, and so, like I said, he had no children that I know of, and that's why the place sort of broke up. So his original 800 something acres sort of broke up around there. And I've spoken to 2 living relatives of the nieces, and they've given me some of the stories about this. So it's been real interesting, and I hope y'all liked it. And don't forget to, let's see, like, share, subscribe, comment. And this is the other Robert, and I'll see you on the other Sidestep Adventures. I'm fixing to go ride out my Corvair. I just bought it from Robert Wright. It's a good one too.